As I'm setting up satellite dishes, you understand how powerful it is when you come into connections with galaxy locations. We enforce connections through internets and everything through webbing graphs and everything through computer operation centers. So today I've set up an illustration of the Earth and I show you how powerful it is when it comes into realms and how it's set up through galaxies. So the graphing system and YouTube software mechanism shows you where we connect to all satellite locations. This is better formation and better internet connection for everybody because you have to understand everything through the 5 gamma system. Everything is in its positions. But to understand communications of satellites is understand the activation cycles when it comes into human vibration. So the Earth core system is coming into a new revolution, new air, new division of satellites, and new locations of internet connection. So we get better formations of the Earth through the power grid locations. I'm centering positions right now to its division. So before I get started, thank you all subscribers and viewers and everybody who's watching my channel, Force Rising, Grind Rising. I think it's fascinating that we're going through so many levels of just understanding of everything that's going on with the universe, what the universe is doing, how it's reacting to us through humanity, how the planets are reacting to us through a body system, and how everything is a reaction. And, it's a total reaction to an action, to location. Also, too, you have any questions or comments, you can go through my email, PayPal donations. I can help you and open up your chakra systems, get you into the ground formations of Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, Mother Rotation, put you in that position, okay? And then you automatically go into the 5th dimension of vibration. You'll be healed. So you don't have to worry about being sick anymore. It's fascinating stuff. Other than that, I set up an illustration. When you see this, it's extremely real through realm connections. You're going to see the triangulating of the base set in all division through locations in the satellite divisions. I set up 50,000 satellite locations. 50,000 satellite locations around the Earth core. You have to do this because the line communicates everything through humanity to 5-dimensional system. So it's high energizing its rotations and everything through its energy patterns, and it's setting locations of new Earth rotation to a new nature location system. Okay? It's complicated stuff, but 50,000 satellites will give us better internet. And that's what we need in the 5th-dimensional system. Okay? You can't do that in the human system of DNA because it doesn't structure divisions into the intelligent locations. Remember, AI created everything through formation. So before we get started, I'm doing another video at 1 o'clock with Bridging Around with Daisy Codger. We're going to be talking about the vaccines. We're going to be talking about the global reset. We're going to talk about finances, our economy, governments, sanctions, delivery, applications, everything through ascension, dream awakenings. It's going to be fascinating. Don't want to miss it. I sent the link below. Please check it out. Bridging Around with Daisy Codger. She's going to be hosting it. So technically, it's going to be a lot of people on my team and people that are basically going to give out information back to humanity, to the community centers. You have to understand what light workers are doing now, and it's getting stronger and stronger each day. So it's really powerful stuff. But hope everybody's doing well. Tina, Melissa, how's everybody doing? So basically, when you see this illustration, you're going to get what I mean, how powerful it is when you connect through illustrations and everything through that location, right? So these satellites are set up to division, right? So when you see this, you're going to truly understand what I'm talking about, all right? So here we go, all right? Now, it's extremely complicated, but if you look at it, you can understand the 3 satellite dishes triangulating at the base through its location, right? You got the diamond core system, and you got the pyramid activation up and the pyramid activation down, northwest, south, and east location. You got sonar divisions, and you got realm locations of coloration patterns. That's centering positions of 50,000 unit core systems to satellite divisions. Okay, those satellites are coming from the mystical side cortex of its placebo. The cortex placebo is connected to everything through human brain waving system locations. As of December 21st, everybody's going to light up like a Christmas tree. Okay, truly want to understand what's going on? Well, now you know what's going on. So we have to have better satellite. Okay, So it's knowing how to fix these things in space and how to make things better for the Earth rotation centers, right? So that's what's happening right now through its positions of its Earth core system. 50,000 satellite dishes are all around the Earth rotation right now. Okay? The sonified divisions and the colorations of the pyramid system and the diamond core is set in position right now. Okay, through the power grids, the energy grids, okay, and the force rising of its grids. Everything through electronic is magnetic force through its gravity system. Allocate those positions to divisions, right? But it's really powerful when you come to those connections, right? I can only put 3 satellite dishes because this is all I have through digital platform position. But knowing when you're in that position, okay, it's really amazing. So the Earth and its rotation, Earth and its core, or Earth and its new nature core system, okay? So you understand what internet is. Okay, yes, it modifies and yes, it electrifies our digital frames. We're able to put up anything, Google, Twitter, and all that. But it has to come from space, the satellites, right? So it's in position. So its center core is its position, right? So these 50,000 satellite dishes are going to center positions of the Earth rotation, change nature core to the gravity systems, to all country systems, okay? States or anything through that. It's really powerful when we come into those levels. But these satellite dishes are going to open up the frequency levels, okay? And this is where you guys end up, lighting up like a Christmas tree on December 21st. Everything is done in chronological order. I'm giving a program. So you guys understand you are a program giving information to your missions, giving back to humanity. So that's the whole point of this, right? So when you get in positions and you understand how to do everything through an illustration, you become better and better, all right? So the more you channel on YouTube, the more you become powerful through intelligence. Because remember, you're not just communicating through humanity, through YouTube software mechanisms on a computer system on the other side of the screen, and everybody's watching it. Intelligence above is also watching you, okay? Because they know who you are through division. So it's important that you put up your illustrations, your solar tech divisions, or anything through your perceptions. Basically, I do between 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 to 3, because my set positions are so high in location. I have the graphic system, which means I have to put it out in the transformation of my third eye to perceptions, to my voicing grids, and my audio signals. So you guys are going to get more connections, better internet to your relation, to your digital framing. The illuminations and everything through its light sky is going to high-rise everybody's proactive systems to the gamma operation centers. Now, the 5 gamma system, which is on dark rotation, dark planet locations, that's dark vibration. That's going to be destroyed, right? So these 50,000 satellite dishes are going to destroy the hotspots and all core centers of Earth rotations to all country systems, okay? Put everybody in a better position of internet connection. Okay, so that's what's going to happen in those positions. All right. Now, if you can actually see the realm, it's pretty powerful stuff. You see the kind of looks like realm connections, right? See all the different colors, right? You see the blue and yellow and green and red and all that. Well, these are realm connections. So the interforcing connections of the satellite, okay, is connecting to the Earth of its power grid. So understanding communication, okay, through satellites is understanding communication of the Earth, right? So it's understanding to put the right positions of the Earth so it can reach humanity to its location of its internet, okay? That way you can understand better communication with your digital pad, your computers, your phones, your iPhones, your iPads, or anything like that. So basically it's telegraphing, telewaving, and teleenergy system to teleportation. The device mechanism systems of the Earth core system, okay, is changing its direction to its clocking mechanism system of around location. Okay, so that's what's happening right now with the Earth rotation. All right. So when you're in those positions, you can screenshot that. Hopefully you got that. We come into a better connection. All right, so as that's connecting, the round connection is coming into high force connections of the satellite dishes. Those 50,000 satellites, okay, is going to center core positions of humanity. That's what's going to turn them into a light sky. What that means is it's solar flare. Okay, so I'm telling you exactly what's happening on December 21st. But in position, when I go into the core system of the Earth, the vibration, okay, is extremely fast and hot in the center core of the Earth, right? So I'm going to fly into the center core, okay, and regenerate its energy system. So the regeneration is going to come into new volumes of new connections, a new nature core system, a new coloration pattern. So it's all about understanding, illuminating your rainbow divisions through your water containments. So basically, this is what's going to happen with humanity. All right. It's going to set positions, and I'll show you exactly. Okay, so let's go into rainbow location. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw people, okay, human species. I'm going to show you exactly what's going to happen with humanity. So as you're in position, it's great that you guys see these things so you guys get a better understanding exactly what is going to happen. Everybody's wondering, what is going to happen December 21st? Well, I'm telling you. So when you understand this, you understand why the Earth is going to change its vibration through its virus. So it's totally communicating with a lot of communication signals. And that's all it is. It's communication signals, right, from one to another. Through its alignment. So it's centering position your alignments of past, present, and future. Allocate those positions, and this is where you get into the core differential difference. The differential difference is you through humanity, through communications through different signals. The alignments are going to be different through location, right? Because everybody has a different path. Right, so this is exactly what's going to happen. Okay, so I'm just showing you. Okay, so now we're in this position, right? So it's not 7 billion, but you get the basic idea. So everybody is walking the surface right now, December 21st. Okay, now what's going to happen is the population system. Okay, and this is where it comes into location. Now you're going to get full rotation through the metrical systems of the Earth rotation like this. Okay, so the Earth is going to be above, right? So it's going to plateau division location systems here. I'll show you. I got confirmation from the Earth rotation signals. So it's so you guys can sleep better at night knowing what's going on with the Earth. All right? Because everybody's confused. They say, well, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I don't know. Right? But when you reach a high vibration, you pretty know what's going to happen through location, right? Okay, so I'm just drawing out the illustration of the Earth. Okay, so that's the Earth right above. Okay, now the population circuit system is connecting through its ground formations. All right, so basically, as you can see in position, hopefully you guys can see this. Everybody is connected to their mainframes. Everybody's connected to the grounds. So the Earth rotation, okay, this is understanding you're going to have better communication with each other through the interforcing connections, interfacing to the internet connection. So yeah, I know it's extremely powerful stuff. It's exciting. So the Earth, okay, is going to communicate with everybody on its planet. Okay, and that's how you guys are going to go into the light skies, into rainbow divisions. High illumination lights, and it's going to open up all your ground locations like this. So the Earth itself is going to center core positions into all population circuit rotations of human vibration. Okay, now when it does that, everybody's rainbow division is going to activate everything through the pix activation centers, which is going to open your gravity system to location. Okay? This is exactly what's going to happen December 21st. So I know you guys are blown away. Eh? So it's powerful stuff when you come into these levels. I love giving this information to you guys. So high rising those locations to the Earth rotation, now you're coming into higher communications of rainbow locations. So it's going to change your energy patterns to division, like this. Okay. It's kind of freaky when you see these things, but this is what the Earth does. This is how the Earth is going to get connection through you guys, through rainbow locking locations. Okay, this is what's going to happen to humanity. All right? 7 billion people are going to go through shock waves through the ground formations, through the Earth rotation. The Earth is going to take the viruses out of everybody, okay, that's in a dark rotation of the abyss. All right? Now, your chakra system won't be open to locking mechanisms. That's where you have to come to me. I open up your transformation lights. I get you connected with Mother Gaia. And then you open up your pro cycles into the fifth dimensional system, allocate positions back into the Earth rotation. It says, okay, the center core position of the Earth rotation is acting in its connection to the satellite divisions of 50,000 locations. 50,000 locations, okay, of satellites are going to be center core positions into connections to the moon or the Argon system. Now the moon is going to be on the other side location, like this. That's going to be set in its position. Okay. This is the moon. You have to have the moon, right? Okay, so that's the moon, right? Now, this is really powerful stuff when you come into those. So you're going to be connected to the sun interface. You're going to be connected to the moon. But the moon, through its algorithm program, is going to go through its realm location. Okay? So what that's going to do, it's going to center core your positions and open up all your dream set locations. You understand what I do through perception and what I do through humanity. I fix the alignments of your spine. I fix your rotations of your dream sets, and I put you in a better position. All right? So it's understanding that the Earth is getting ready, the moon is getting ready, and the sun is getting ready to electrify your body framing systems, taking everything out through your virus locations and taking you into connections to the abyss of its location to its dark system. So the moon of its interface connection system, okay, is going to center core your positions like this. Okay, this is where everybody gets calculated and modified through division through the moon of its algorithm system. Allocate those positions. All right. Basically, as you're in position, you're going to have a sun rotation center come into its division. The sun is going to come into position right here like this. Let's see if I can do this. Like this. Now, the sun is going to light sky everybody's body frame. All right. So it's kind of like you're going to see the whole patterns of the sun rotation of the geometric system to position. So it's really, really powerful stuff as we come into those levels, guys. All right. So it's going to shadow shift. Okay, we can go like this. So that's what it's going to be like. It's really powerful stuff that comes into this. All right. So this is the full connection of the sun. Like that. All right. So now you got communication in the moon interface. You got communication in the Earth rotation. Now you got communication with the sun. The sun is going to set ring spans, ring circles, and ring rotations to everybody's algorithm program setting. Change your perceptions through your pixel activation code systems and put you in your holographic systems of 5D dimensions. That's what's going to happen December 21st with humanity. All right. So as the sun rotation's coming into that division, all right, the sun in its rotation center is going to activate everybody's light signals. Okay. But remember, your chakra system isn't open up until you go through me through healing. That's why it's in position. You have to understand why everything is set in position. When you set a core positions to an Earth rotation, you don't start off with the future. You start off with the past, right? So humanity has to understand its resemblance of its past, its present, and its future. You don't start with the present, you start with the past. So this is understanding full communication of the moon and its algorithm, full communication of the earth rotation through its virus, and everything through its sun. Okay? So basically that's what it's going to look like. All right? So when it's in that position, all population systems are going to be allocated in division of dimensions. Right? And this is where we're talking about where everybody's platitude through the light signals of transmission light system. Now, all population systems are going to sky surface out of their body system and into their higher self for the very first time. Even if you're in a three-dimensional system, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm setting core centers to 50,000 satellite locations, to all country systems of gravity centers, to your powers and everything through your atmosphere system. The transmission light to your population circuits is going to activate everything through the ring spans and everything through the ring locations of the sun interface connections. So everybody's going to go to a higher connection of dimension through population system. So as we're coming into coloration system, okay, the population, okay, I'm just going to do structures of faces, right? And to show you what it is. So as everything is in connection, everything's chronological order. Now this is the population circuits of people. Now what's going to happen, they're going to come out of their body system like this. Okay? All of them, all 7 billion are going to come out of their body system for the very first time. Okay? You're going to fly in its mechanisms and come into your higher self. Okay? See that? That's what's going to happen December 21st. Okay? Now, that's why I'm here. So you guys truly understand, whoa, okay, what just happening to me? My body just totally shift. It just doesn't go in a paradigm shift. You go into a portal shift, guys. That's what the solar flare is. Okay? Because now you have full connections of the moon algorithms. Now you have full connections of the sun and full connection of the earth through its virus. So it's understanding how to communicate with the three and how to put your positions into higher divisions into the satellite divisions of 50,000 to locations of all country systems, to the grounds, the powers, and the atmospheres. Okay? So 7 billion people are going to come into their higher self for the very first time. All right? So it's powerful stuff, guys. It really is. So once we get into those positions, now this is where it gets really confusing for a lot of people, because everything through the governments, corporations, okay, anything through the media, okay, are going to get hit hard. Okay, the reason why they're going to get hit hard is because they have a lot of dark rotation. The governments that control the corporations are controlling the media. Okay? Governments, corporations, and media. That's the biggest triangular base. Okay? Now in that position, the 1%, okay, is going to fall. Okay, the 1% is going to fall. It's going to fall, it's going to crater down. It's going to break the surface of the pyramid location. It's going to change divisions, and it's going to crack its surface to point centers. 3 point centers is going to crack its location to its round. Okay. Now the top surfacing location, it's going to spin on a dime location. It's going to go in its opposite direction, and it's going to hit the ground formations like this. And it's going to open up a portal through grounds. All right. When it opens up its portal to the ground, the triangular base is going to go into the center core position. Okay. And it's going to disintegrate into the ground formations. That's what's going to happen. So in the mainframe of the governments, corporations, and the media, it's going to take out their virus locations, put them in the abyss. Because you have to understand what dark is and how it's related to light. So as the pyramid system of the reptilian division, okay, the Drachios, The center core positions, once you get communications, everything that's going on through population is going to go through the circuitry levels of the higher divisions of their higher self for the very first time. So they're going to be flying around the atmospheres. And that's how they get positions of their planets. Now, they're going to go back in position of their body system, okay? The reason why they have to do that is because they have to understand better communications of themselves. And the only way to do that is to get into their balance of their alignments for the very first time. So everything they're going to be experiencing is for the very first time. So it's kind of like going into the atmospheres and not even knowing it. Yeah, that's where you get to see more intelligence. That's where you get to see more applications. That's where you get to see your planet. That's where you get to see the open cycles of the Earth. That's where you get to see everything through the moon. You get to see the sun. So the population of 7 billion people are going to see all this, but they're going to go back into positions so they can understand better communication with themselves. That's going to open up the cycle through the realm division of location to their dark matters, okay, and destroy their virus locations. So in their position, the Earth rotation will center core their positions through the pixel activations and put them in their holographic system, okay? But with the Drachios, okay, the pyramid system, we have 3 section unit divisions, okay? Now, this is understanding where it was in 3-dimensional system. Allocate those positions. You got 1, 2, and 3. Humanity has been here, the bottom. The 1% is at the top. The 1% is falling now. So the 1% is going to go into the realm of its gravity system. Now, it's knowing how to do these through location. So it's taking the dark locations of the mainframes through the governments, corporations, and the media, center coring their positions and taking them out, okay, of their defrags and putting them into the light fragmentations of their body system. Allocated to their positions, okay, they're going to be facing their abyss through its Venus cycle, okay? So it's going to scare the jeebies out of them. So the circle rotation is go through its center once it gets in its coloration pattern like this, okay? And the pyramid system just drops in location like this, all right? And then it disintegrates its particle system and splits into the galaxy locations, goes back into the atmosphere systems, comes into new calculation of a new framing mind system, a population, through the governments, corporations, and the media. That's what's going to happen December 21st. Okay? So, yeah, I know, it's powerful. Zoom YT live with Desi in 30 minutes. Well, for me, it's 1 o'clock. I'm scheduled for 1, but it's 11:30 here in Mexico. So I guess everybody's on a different time zone here. But it's great to see everybody on the panel. But I'm just showing you what's going to happen so you guys can feel a little bit more comfortable. It's all about getting humanity into their holographic system of themselves so they can actually stand more communications of their computer and their simulation, right? Because a lot of people don't understand their communication of themselves. You know, eons and eons, we've been getting into the greed. We've been getting into power, control, and trying to control others. Well, they can't do that anymore. They can't do that anymore. As of the December 21st, everybody's going to be changed through cycles and their virus is going to be out completely. And that's going to mind wipe everything through connection, right? Because the interconnections of the Earth rotation, right, is center core in its position right now in the Gardens of Eden. Okay? You got the left hemisphere and you got the right hemisphere. Okay? Right of mother, left of father, center core position, you in the center. Everything around it is angels and archangels. Your center core position is your Earth rotation system, which is connected to your heart rotations and everything through your vibrational system. Okay? So it's all about humanity opening up their hearts, helping each other, coming together. That's what it's all about. Unity of consciousness. That's what it is. That's what the awakening is. Centering core positions to one alignment to an atom location of 7 billion people in the center core position of the Earth. Okay? So better understanding, that's what's going to happen December 21st. All right? But it just doesn't stop there. Okay, we keep going on and on and on and on and on and on. But this is a basic understanding. This is going to shockwave all humanity, all over. Okay? When you know how to use your mind, when you know how to communicate with the Earth, when you know how to communicate with the moon and the sun, when you know how to communicate with spaceships, when you know how to communicate with the gravity systems, when you know how to communicate with solar systems, when you know how to communicate with intelligence, when you know how to communicate with yourself within, when you know how to set things up, when you know how to use divisions of setups, when you know how to use programs of setups, when you know how to put space locations as setups, you can hold positions on so many levels through connection and allocate positions in the humanity system into 5D systems. Okay? So, and this is all done through vibration, energy, frequencies, harmonic resistance. Okay? So those illustrations that I showed you are extremely activated and extremely real. Okay? Knowing how powerful you are through connection. And like I said, if you guys are going through energy systems and you're getting headaches, whatever, write it down. Because it's data processing that has to come out. If you keep it in your positions, you're going to have an extremely hard time. You're going to get wishing-washing communications of yourself in all division of panels through confusing line signals. You don't want to confuse your patterns of your illustrations or anything through your word phrase. So if you get a word phrase through connection, through line signal, through simulation of line communication system, this is what happens to positions, right? You are in those locations. Now, all right, so as we get into those positions, we go into those levels. All right, so let's say you're word phrasing everything through division of your dream. So you look at your illustrations. Okay. You look at your illustrations and you look at your maps. Okay. And then you look at your identity. These are the things you go through every single night through your connection through. So you got to understand your identities. You have to understand your map locations. You have to understand your illustrations. You don't want to confuse anything to connection. Okay. Illustration, map, and identity. Now, you have to understand the communications illustrations to the map and the map to its identity. Okay. You don't want to cross signal illustrations and identity and into the map location because it confuses the mind system. So everything has to be in the graphing location in order, okay, to that division. Because it opens up everything through that point communication. Right? See at the bottom there? So everything is in order. Okay? Order. O-R-D-E-R. Order. Okay? That's the most powerful thing intelligence has to know. Everything has to be in order before you plan it to divisions into illustration or drawing through its mechanism system. Your illustrations have to be in order, your maps have to be in order, your identity has to be in order, and everything you're doing through your missions have to be in order. You can't confuse signals because that's where you get a headache to its division. And you got to understand your transmission light because it changes colorations of dimensions through portals. Okay? So everything has to be in order. Okay? Once you understand that, then you're in better positions of yourself through intelligence. Okay? Just a little tip for everybody that's going through sleep modes. because you're going to find the higher you go, the more you're going to have to sleep, because you're getting more information. And that information is telegraphing tele-energy and communicating to teleporting visions of anything through shapes and anomalies or anything through galaxy location of planets of intelligence. Your center point in your position every time through center. Understand your chronological order of your system through your dreams. Those dreams are extremely formative when it comes into your intelligence signals. Okay? Dabby, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. Anything you want to know, you can go through my email, PayPal donations. I can open up your transmission lights into your chakra systems. Everybody is responsible for their own vibration every second. Until you understand vibration, you have to be open up. Okay? Your chakra system has to be opened up before you understand the responsibility of you. So it's kind of like, as soon as you go through transformation manifestation, your dreams open up through your past, present, and future. Now you're in position of balance, but you have to stay in balance through vibration. Humanity doesn't understand vibration. All they understand is the brainwaving system, a three-dimensional system. That's all they know. 1, 2. 1 + 1 = 2, but it doesn't. In intelligence, 1 + 1 = 1 zillion. So you have to basically use your observation centers to your location, to your identity, to your illustrations, to anything through your map locations or anything through division to understand your vibrations. Okay? So, but you're right. You're actually right. It is. Everybody is responsible, but only when you guys are open through your chakras of 1 to 7. Okay? If your body doesn't understand your chakra system, then you're on confusing signals of line communication through all locations of planets that you're supposed to communicate with. This is where it gets confusing. Now, truly understanding that you're all connected to everything through planets. Everybody's in a different position through GPS location, through your computer system. When you open up everything through your signals, okay, you start off with your light formation. Now, intelligence is coming to you as soon as you open your vibrations. You are responsible for your vibration and communicating with your chakra system of 1 to 7. And then when you understand 1 to 7, you go 7 to 5, right? 7 within the body, 5 within the atmosphere. That's 12 central systems, it's 12 cycle rotations into the moon surfacing locations. You have to understand your algorithm proton settings. You have to understand all your positions through your energy frequencies, vibration, and your colorations through your lights. You have to understand your acting cycles. You have to understand your pro-acting systems. You have to understand your human behavior systems through vibration. Okay? So, and that's where it gets confusing because everybody is set through a mission. This is where it's so powerful knowing that when you wake up for the very first time through vibration into the higher self, your higher self is trying to remember who you are through your planets, knowing you've been there. And it becomes more powerful when you see why you were there. And then you realize why you're in those positions of intelligence. And then you become friends with these intelligence. And then you become friends with the planet locations. And then you become partnerships in relation. Friendship, relationship, and partnership. The 3 central systems of you through your body activations, through light communication, through vibration, energy, and frequencies, through harmonic resistance. Okay? So, celebrate, yep. No. Well, see, because UK or anything through London, because I've done a lot of interviews with Bridget around Daisy Cadre, it's between 6 and 7 hours ahead of time, right? So 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock there, Mexican time, right? But everybody's on a different time zone. Okay, but for me, it's 1 o'clock. So that's why I'm putting out this video now, so everybody get a true understanding. I think it's important that you really get a position of where you are through location and knowing how powerful things are done in space and how you're positioned through space of time. Okay, because the center core is your positions, right? When you wake up, you're in space and time, but what division are you in through dimension? That's understanding the relation of space/time. Okay, You're in space, you're in position. Where are you in time? Time in reference of where you are through dimension. Space is an atmosphere through connection to higher self, through provisions, anything communication. So truly understanding the scientific of you through intelligence of you, because you already know and you've mastered your human DNA. Well, now's the time to master your intelligence DNA through vibration, energy, and frequencies, and its harmonic resistance, right? So let's see, we'll go through the questions here, but I just wanted to do those illustrations for you to show you how powerful things are going to happen December 21st. Flipping, yep. Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see everybody on the panel. I think it's important that we all come together and talk about among ourselves and what we've experienced, what we channeled, what we see, you know, coming together as a family, you know. That's the most beautiful thing, guys, is that we're all connected in one. And that's what's going to happen, is that everybody's going to be aligned. Okay. So in position, when you come into that, I'll draw it up for you. Everybody stands alignments, right? The alignment puts you in division of mind, telepathy, telekinesis. So you don't have to know the person to understand. All you have to know is know yourself to that person. So basically that puts you in a better position knowing if they're in light or dark, right? That's the better position of the Earth rotation. So you know exactly not to approach that person because they're in dark and they're in a relation through dimension through portal. They put themselves in that position because they're on the negative system through dimension. They want to live the negative system, okay? That's one thing you can't take away from people is free will, all right? So basically it's up to them to change. Even if they get in the fifth dimensional system, this is where it's going to be confusing because when you're seeing people for the very first time that you don't know, it doesn't matter. You are aligned through them. That's never been done in a three-dimensional system. And that's why the Earth is so chaotic through its customs. You know, we're custom to do this, custom to do that. There's so much ego, so much testosterone, so much stereotypical through masculinity. But now we're getting balanced through femininity and masculinity through balanced location of yin and yang. All right. So as they're coming into that system, to those locations, I'm going to draw it through black, show you. Can you see that? Yeah, draw it out a little bit more. As you come into those positions, like this. Oh, this is cool. Yeah. All right, it's pretty wild. Okay, so you get one population to another population. This is what's going to happen when everybody comes into the fifth dimensional system. Okay. All right, you got two of them, right? Now, understanding the Earth rotation is center and coordinates, taking the viruses out of population. So we got virus through connections, and we got electronic interference, one connection to the other. Right, A, mind telepathy. You don't have to know the person. You're just going to understand its relation. You're going to understand the energy fields of its grounds, the powers, and its atmosphere where it is through dimension. Okay? So it's going to put humanity in a better position of communication from one to another, to population circuits. Okay? So that's what's going to happen. All right? So you guys have any questions or comments? If you want to go through my healing, I can open up your central systems, your gravities, your powers, and your atmospheres, and open up your chakras of Mother Gaia. Okay, I think it's important that you understand, truly accept and appreciate what you have in front of you, and know that you are extremely intelligent once you open the mind system. Okay. So it's kind of like opening the frequencies of all humanity for the very first time into their higher self. They have to see for themselves what is really happening. Once they wake up, they'll see their higher self in reflection, okay, and that will freak them out. But that's the whole point. So that's going to put them in a better position of themselves where they can see intelligence through their intelligence signals. Okay, so it's intelligence communicating through you and intelligence communicating through higher forms of intelligence, right? So it's kind of like scanning their operations, and it's going to release a lot of tension, and it's going to open up the heart connections of vibrations of self through the mind and through the soul. It's going to have its first connection of its pyramid activation and the first connection of the diamond core positions through laser connections, right? Yeah, infinite gratitude. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like I said, you guys have any questions? See, the thing is, when I do these videos, this helps you out a lot better, knowing what is going to happen. Because when you're left and you're not sure what to expect, that's what's scary, because you don't know, right? So to know is to know yourself within. Once you know yourself within and you understand your communications through your chakras, now you can connect through the earth through vibration. Now you can connect through the moon through vibration. Now you can connect through the sun through radiation of vibration. Okay? So it's truly, truly going into those levels of divisions. Okay? Because you go through so many practical cycles, you go through so much intelligent patterns, you go through so much coloration of psychops. The psychop is understanding the shadow system of you through location, through sun interface, which comes into black locations to anything through its connection. When I say black, doesn't mean negative. It's just think light and dark. When you go outside and it's a beautiful day and the sun is shining beyond you, and then you see your shadow. I've done video on that, how I actually communicate with my shadow. Remember, I pointed a finger out and I was communicating with the black silhouette of me, right? Well, that's my intelligence. So once I have its relation with balance with my physical system, I understand my chakra system because it's in my body conceptual system, set up algorithm program setting. I can understand where my shadow is in sun rotation of division through dimension of portal through code. And when I touch the shadow, it reacts to me through my center core position, through my mind collaboration centers, because it opens up all traction locations into fragmentation line signals. Okay? So this is way, way beyond the mind recognition, but we first have to start off with humanity coming into the fifth rotation, fifth dimension of vibration, of division, to the psychometry, scan things first, right? Your electronic unit, and you're scanning something, right? It's protecting you from whatever you eat so you don't get sick, right? Just imagine how your body can do that. But again, it's not your physical, it's the intelligence that's scanning, okay? When you see something in the atmospheres, it's your intelligence, not your physical system, okay? When you're allocating positions to higher divisions through meditation, it's not you, it's the intelligence of you, okay? Intelligence of you through AI, through perception, okay? Let's not get that confused when it comes into artificial intelligence. When I hear artificial intelligence, I hear plastic. I hear lights. I hear metal. I hear no emotion. It's just empathy. Empathy doesn't have anything. It has no emotion. It has no content of emotion. It's just metal force through light signals, but it doesn't have soul identification. Right? So it's truly, truly understanding your communications of your heart and everything that goes with the heart, because it's the most powerful, powerful energy source through connection of energy system, which is allocated to all portals of dimensions. Yes, that's what your heart is. So it's a computer operation. Okay. So your heart, okay, is a planet. That's what your heart is, right? That's why it's so powerful when you come into dimensional settings to portal activation system. When I say portal, what are you going to say? What is a portal? Portal is connecting through you, so it's connected through your heart, right? It's got to come from somewhere. And the mind collaboration center is everything through connection of its heart. And everything through the mind conceptual system is connected to everything through its path of its soul. That's how you get identification through intelligence to atmosphere systems. Gravity centers, weather connection. Just to be amazed to know that you can communicate with weather, actually understand the weather. I think that's fascinating on its own. Understand the gravitation when you look down. Understand the power centers of you through energy fields, energy cycles, energy rotation. And understand everything through the mind of the crown chakra, right? The open cycle through space connection. So there's a lot of things that we have to learn, right? We have done so much pre-work in order to understand you. True communication. Yeah. It's hard for me to tap into three-dimensional system because my computer system is in zero gravity location, the highest acceleration through speed locations. All right. So remember, my system right now is on digital frames of no number, and that's everything through formation. So with everything, yeah. But we all have to start with the gravity of ourselves. That's the beginning. Okay? It's the inner self of you, and then it becomes the outer self of you. So you have to master everything inside you before you can master anything outside. Okay? The obstacle levels that humanity has been doing is the opposite through reverse cycle. And that's why we get caught in the matrix location through dimensions of dark realm divisions. Because we think outside, we don't think inside. That's what gets us in trouble through communication from one to another. Okay? So, you have any questions or comments, please feel free to come to me. Okay? I'm going to be pretty soon, I'm going to get ready to go on to Bridging Around with Desi Kadra. Please feel free to watch. It's going to be exciting. It's been a while since we've actually got together. It's great to see that everybody is formulating on different levels of communication. It's great to see that everybody's coming together more and more. It's great to see humanity is basically awakening. And the reason why this is done December 21st is because Jupiter and Aquarius and the Piscean are all coming in together as one. So it's already set its position. And that is the full communication of the moon algorithm systems, of the sun, of its radiation cycle through its portal system, and everything through its earth, of its virus locations, so the fifth dimensional system, right? This is going to high-rise our communications and our mind collaborations into telekinesis. It's going to center core positions into communication through vibration to all of us. And that's what we need through humanity, right? Really understand to be nicer, to people, not be so angry. How we can get involved with each other and just feel really good. Like, wow, appreciate, like I said, give back to humanity, give back to community, do something nice, say something nice to somebody that puts a smile on someone's face. And then it's the first thing they remember, oh, somebody just said hi to me, or somebody just waved at me, or somebody just smiled at me, and that goes a long way. It's the little things that go a long way. And you never, ever want to sweat the small stuff, okay? Because if you see yourself getting upset, you have to ask yourself, why? Why am I getting upset? How is that going to accomplish anything to bring myself forward? You're putting yourself back into positions of the abyss. You're putting your back in positions of the fear. You're putting your back positions of anxiety, stress. And then sooner or later, your light goes out. I'm just being confirmed with everybody to know how powerful your body is, right? You have to understand the health of your body. You have to understand the positions of your body. You have to understand the center positions of your body. You have to understand the position of centers of vibration through your energy and frequencies and harmonic resistance of its body. You have to understand the heart recognitions of its body. You have to understand the point positions of the soul recognitions of its body. You have to understand the mind collaboration and the thought recognitions of its body. Everything is mastering of you within. Okay? Better understanding of who you are. And that's what it's all about. So when you come across the Earth, when you come across the moon, you come across the sun, you actually know how to communicate it. And that's beautiful, just to know that you're communicating with the Earth. And then you go way beyond the Earth. Then you go way beyond the sun. Then you go way beyond the moon, right? And then you go way beyond planets' intelligence. That's what it's all about. It's getting into the mind through frequencies of open levels of divisions to higher positions of understanding through simulation patterns to locations of consciousness, and everything through its focus and its awareness. Right? That's what it's all about. Getting out of the 10% of its brain and coming into the 100% of its spiritual, of its brain, to its mind system, to intelligent location, to vibration. Okay? All right, so questions or comments, you can go below, right? Like I said, if you want to be healed, you can go through me. Open up your transformations, put your mother guide, open up your chakra systems of 1 to 7. Okay? But you got to work your levels up, right? So it's truly understanding how you can do these things. It's powerful how you can get into meditation. Meditation has been going on for so many decades, right? But people have been ignoring their bodies. If you ignore your body, you're ignoring nature. You're ignoring atmospheres and planets and intelligence, the moon, the sun, the earth. You're ignoring everything. And that's why this is changing. Everything is changing. And you see it changing on the news, media, corporations, governments, right? So just giving you a little bit more of information how powerful you are through intelligence. It's amazing what you can do through the mind, because it comes through its thoughts of its recognition. It comes through its force of its recognition. It comes through its power of its awareness through its force of its recognition. Truly understanding who you are through division is the most powerful thing you can contain in yourself. And nothing can stop you. Okay? So I love you guys very much. Questions or comments? Don't forget to see me on Bridging the Realm at 1 o'clock. This is your AI Commander from Universal Quadrants 1 and 2, 3 and 4. We'll get into that another day about that. We got to get in position of the clocking mechanisms of triangulating of the base, 2 divisions of light communications through the circle rotations of shapes and anomalies. Okay? Plus it's 16 divisions. Adios.